This is Brownsville Games. AubreyS speaking, and I'm going to do something different for the very first time. I'm going to stream some game shows because if you know me, you would know that I am a huge fan of 80s, 90s, and somewhat modern day game shows. When I say game shows, I don't mean stupid reality TV because that is not a game show, that is a farce. Instead, we're going to talk about some old classic game shows if you would have watched back in the day, let's say the 80s, you would be probably a fan of Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right with Bob Barker, probably Scrabble, Wheel of Fortune. 90s game shows also make an appearance, like Make the Grade, um, Classic Concentration, which was like 80s, 90s. Card Sharks would sound like a pirate, like Card Shark. No, Card Sharks from the '90s with Bob Eubanks, and even the early 2000 games that don't really get the love that it deserves, but deserves it a lot, like Greed. That was one of the game shows that Chuck Woolery did when he decided to come back into game shows in the early 2000s. So why am I giving you this long ass history lesson? Because I have a bunch of games that I have on my desktop, and I am going to long play it because I want you to see how fun it is to bring game shows that you've known all your life into your actual desktop environment. So there are some pretty good games that are out online. Some of these games are hard to find online, by the way, because there's this guy, excuse me, by the name of Big John PC Games that came out with a series of online games that will be shared to game show fans like myself. I was able to collect them, and in the light of where we are with the type of virus that's taken over many people, apparently I'm not supposed to say it online, so I'm not even going to be clever and come up with words. I'm just going to say that thing. Because of that, basically, I was able to channel my time and energy into things that I really enjoyed, which is gaming. And for that matter, that's how this channel was created. And also, not just in the light of the channel being created with all my classic games that I own from PlayStation 3 to Switch or whatever, but game shows that I actually felt like playing for the very first time in a long time, built this inspiration of this new series where I'm going to long play very classic games that I feel that are really awesome to play and see. The cool thing about this is that I'm going to pretend that I'm actually a contestant where I will attempt to win as much money on these fake game shows as I possibly can. And most of the time will be AI. Sometimes we'll have to get a little innovative, and you'll know what I mean. But for the first game of my career, we're going to start with one of the game shows that
So put your hammer down, I'm about to spell it out. We're playing Hollywood Square Biz. We got the best and most players from coast to coast, and I don't wanna boast, it's Hollywood Square Biz.
elevated in popularity in the 80s and 90s, and now we're looking at the modern version of Hollywood Square. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this game
Flashback,
the reigning champion from
flashback, flashback,
We're going to face the very first challenge.
flashback. So put your hammer down, I'm about to spell it out. We're playing Hollywood Square Biz. We got the best and most players from coast to coast, and I don't wanna boast, it's Hollywood Square Biz.
I just want to play the game. Here we go.
Hollywood Square Biz.
Okay, let's move on to the next round.
So
The opening game's worth $1,000. Circle, start us off.
Me, who knows? But the object of the game is to try to select squares based off of statements where the statement can be true or false. So if you know the game, I'm going to start with Yo Mama. Here's the question. What is the most common name for U.S. presidents? Yo Mama said George. I think that's kind of true because you got George Clinton, George Washington. I'm going to say agree.
You're going to believe that?
And
Come on.
apparently that was a bad
And X
choice.
gets the square.
So X gets the square. Jason gets to pick Robbie Bucks. Is it true Nero fiddled while Rome burnt? Robbie Bucks says yes.
You're
Jason
right.
disagrees,
And X
and
gets the
that
square.
means he gets another square. So I gotta get creative because if I don't start getting some answers right, I'm going to lose the game. So I'm gonna pick Sarah Lee May because it's gonna set up a block. The question is, do animals yawn? Okay, that's bullshit because I see my dog, well, when I had a dog, yarn in my face all the time. I even had cats do it. It smelled like shit. So
You're right.
let's say
Circle gets
disagree.
the square.
Obviously, that's a good choice. Jason's going to pick Big John. How many U.S. states starts with the letter M? Big John says 7, and Jason he agrees.
You're going to believe that?
And
Come
that's
on.
dumb because I'm pretty sure it's
And
more
Circle
than that.
gets the square.
That's not my problem. I'm going to select. Now, this, for the record, I'm not good at tic-tac-toe. So if I lose because I suck at the basic principle of this game, you can blame me. In spoken English, what is the most commonly used word? G Money says I. I agree.
That's Circle gets the
I
square.
would be the most common word. Like, I just got that question correct. All right, so Jason picks Robbie. How many times a year should people go to a dentist? Robbie says 2. He disagrees.
Well, sometimes our
And
stars know
yeah,
things,
bro,
and this
I
was one of
usually
those
get my
times.
by-year reminder. So I'm going to pick Robbie for the win. And the question is, in 2003, which rock group performed in front of a crowd of 500,000 people in Toronto? I have no idea because Robbie says a Kiss. I'm going to say sure.
Nah, that's what we call a
Yeah, I
bluff.
was wrong. Okay, so
And X
square.
gets the square.
And I might have screwed myself because if he gets this question right with Pack Dude, he'll win. Who did Wink Martindale have on his dance show in 1956? He said Buddy Holly. He disagrees.
That's and X gets the square.
A very long
Okay,
game.
let's move on to the next round. Round 2 is worth
Now, this is
$1,000, but it's
$1,000.
also our
This is
secret
also a
square
secret
game.
square
If you
round.
select the secret
Someone
square,
has
get the
to
question
square.
right,
If
you're
I
going to be
land on it
taking
and
home
get it
our
right,
secret
that
square
could be worth
jackpot, which is now worth
$12,500, which is a lot of money for a secret square.
X get a
So
start.
Jason's going to start off because he won the last game, and he picks Yo Mama. I really hate these names, but whatever. How many times a year? Now, see, this is the beauty about this game because
Nah, that's
the
what we call a
question
bluff.
base is so limited.
And Circle
So if
gets
you
the
actually
square.
remember how to play this game just by memorizing the questions, you can pretty much be a champion very soon. But I'm going to try to do it on the first attempt. Who do they all have in common? They say that they are prison guards. No. Well, maybe. Maybe they were.
Nah, that's what we call a
Okay,
bluff.
that was a bad choice. They were
And
never,
X gets
I should've
the square.
because I was moving that. So he gets this. He will win $12,500, regardless if he wins or loses.
You're right. And X gets the
And
square.
I am convinced that I'm going to lose this game, but you know what? I ain't no bitch. All right. Center square is G Money. What is the playing life of a football in a pro football game? I will probably disagree with that.
That's and Circle gets the square.
Okay, so he's going to pick Pack Dude. I hope he gets this wrong because he did screw up the last time for me to steal it, and then I failed.
You're right. X gets the square.
Okay, I'm picking Robbie Bucks. I need to win the game, actually. Like, I got to start winning. All right, so why do elephants flap their ears? They do it because they're nervous. I don't think so.
That's and Circle gets the square.
Because it's like, you know, a lot of fucking hotness surrounding them. They have to fan themselves or swatting flies. Who knows?
You're going to believe that?
Yeah,
Come on.
it wasn't Last Call. It was some other crap that I don't know because I haven't watched Cheers. All right, so I'm picking Whammy. NWO Whammy for the win. The question. Is it polite to invite as long as I pick up the tab? Maybe.
Nah, that's what we call a bluff.
No, because I figured out
And
another way
X
to
gets
lose
the
this
square.
game. Yeah. Now watch how he's going to win with Robbie again. It's like the second time I figured out a way to lose the round.
You're going to believe that?
Oh,
Come on.
yes, mercy. Okay,
Circle gets the
well,
square.
That's awesome because if I get this question right, I will have more O's than X's and I win the game automatically. What's Slimy? Grover? I don't think his pet. Maybe.
You're going to believe that?
Oh,
Come
God
on.
damn it. Oh.
X gets the square.
But there's one classic thing you should
Okay,
know
let's
about
move
game
on to the
shows.
next
You
round.
should never,
Round 3 is
ever,
worth
ever
$2,000.
question
Circle,
your
start
gut
us off.
because you're usually right the first time. All right, so I'm gonna pick Robbie. This is a $2,000 game, so I just gotta like win one. I don't think so. It's not about winding.
That is correct. And circle gets the square.
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose with some dignity with questions I know. Jason picks Yo Mama. And are the flowers smell stronger? He disagrees.
That is correct. And X gets the square.
This is a pretty good opponent. I think the AI in this game is yet easy, but also kind of smart. Oh, I'm picking a damn kid. They steal
Now
all
that's
the time.
what we call
really
a bluff.
a thief will be more likely
And
to steal
X
a
gets
car
the
than
square.
a kid. Joyrides aren't real. Okay, if Pack Dude, man, if I lose this easy $2,000 match, I don't deserve to play this game.
Now that's what we call a bluff.
And again, Jason
And circle gets the square.
So if I get this with Robbie Bucks, I will win my first match ever. The planet Mars consists of how many moons? I think it's 2.
You're right. And
And
circle
it
gets
is.
the square.
Just like that. In this game show, if I was
Okay,
to
let's move on to the
lose, I
next
still
round.
get to keep the
All right,
money.
this and
So
all
I get to
subsequent rounds will
keep
be
that in
worth
my earnings.
$4,000.
Anywho, this is a
Circle, start us
$4,000
off.
game, so this is going to pretty much decide it. 2003. Okay, so we saw this before. It's not Kiss, it's Red Hot Chili
You're
Peppers.
going to believe that? Come on.
It's not Red Hot Chili
And
Peppers.
X gets the
but
square.
We know the 2 options that are available, so sometimes it's all about memory. Now, why does he get the easiest questions?
That is correct. And X gets the square.
He gets like the most easy questions. Where did the term checkmate originate? I guess in Persia, because I guess that's
You're right. Circle gets the square.
Oh no, I'm just making a lot of assertions, but I got it right, so yay. All right, so okay, I know this. So if he screws this up, you're a derelict. That's his name.
No, that was right. You should have
Haha.
agreed.
You should know.
And
Prince
circle
Nelson.
gets the square.
Now I got to get this right. If I get this right, this is the gap I might need to win the game. If you're in Australia and you see a boomer, oh, that's a kangaroo.
That is correct. Circle
And
gets
I
the
did
square.
$4,000. You know, sometimes you're gonna get to know.
Okay, let's
that
move
I'm
on
kind
to
of
the
a
next
smart
round.
guy. And then you're gonna see mistakes made by
Circle,
me that
start us off.
proves that I am the utter opposite. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna try to go with Sarah Lee May. Get the facts straight, then distort them. Yo, that sounds like Trump, but I disagree. I don't think it's G. Gordon Liddy.
You're right. Circle gets the square.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Trump. Anyway, so he picks with Yo Mama. Who has more shops, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? He's picking Dunkin' Donuts.
No, that was right.
That's
You should have
such
agreed.
a bad choice.
And circle
It is
gets the square.
Dunkin' Donuts, man. There's like Dunkin' Donuts. I went to the Netherlands and they had Dunkin' Donuts. That was crazy. Are Americans getting more or less sleep? Well, if we take away the corona, I disagree with whatever it's on.
You're right. Circle gets the
And
square.
So, if I don't
Okay,
screw
let's
up,
move on to the next
I
round.
should practically have my first end game.
Circle,
in my
start us off.
career, and that would be amazing. So let's go with Big John. When is the best time to water your lawn or garden plants? I agree. It should never be in the day.
Now that's what we call a bluff.
And I'm a derelict because I'm
And
wrong.
X gets
But
the
you know
square.
what? Look, I live in an apartment, so I wouldn't know much about grass anyway. Duntrina. It has to be chicken noodle.
That's and X gets the square.
Okay. So much for tomato. All right, so I got to set up a block with G Money. What day of the week do most Americans watch prime time? Didn't people make a big shit about it? You know, must see Thursday or primetime Thursday?
You're right. Circle gets the square. That noisy thing means we're out of time for
Let's
tally up the scores.
And when you add
Circle, you're the winner. Let's go on and play the bonus round.
All
right, here's how the bonus game works. We're going to give you 30 seconds to capture as many stars as possible on that board. For each 30 seconds on the clock, please. Time starts with your first selection.
I got to get
Good
as
luck.
many of these right to eliminate the bad keys getting the right one. So the clock starts on my first selection, and I'm going to start from the top corner and work my way down. So NWO whammy starts. What? Get yourself together. What the fuck? Take your time. Alright. Damn it! Alright, so out of 9,
4 celebrities captured, 4 wrong keys go
so they're
away.
Gonna take away 4 bad keys. And if I select the right key, I win a car, and the car is probably worth $25,000-$30,000 because they never told you how much the value of the car was worth in the beginning. So I'm gonna pick this key and watch how I do.
Well, I guess it wasn't meant to happen today, but the good news is you'll be back with us next time. Give it another shot. Come back here. Hopefully you win that prize.
Everybody get up! It's the holiday